What's up guys, XHOUNDISHx here, and so, this weekend, Xur has no 3 of coins for sale, which is kinda mean. He also did the same thing last week, so players have been a little bit frustrated that they can't pick up 3 of coins on Xur's weekly visits. And I've had a lot of comments on YouTube on my Xur videos, people saying how frustrating this particular issue is. Bungie did acknowledge the issue last week. They actually said that he would not be selling 3 of coins for that weekend because of some kind of issue. They didn't really give us many details, and they've come out again this weekend and updated a post regarding issues inside of update 2.5.0 and said that Xur once again is not selling 3 of coins this weekend. But this is where it gets pretty interesting. They've actually said that his curios may vary on a weekly basis for the foreseeable future due to a limitation of the size of his curio inventory space. So Bungie are essentially saying that they can't guarantee what items he will sell on a weekly basis, and they can't tell us at the moment when that will change or when that will be fixed. So that's going to be pretty frustrating for a lot of players. It's strange that over the past 2 weeks he's sold just heavy ammo synths. I believe the first week of the Dawning he did actually sell 3 of coins, so presumably the past 2 weeks has just been random pot luck that it's been heavy ammo synths instead of 3 of coins, and for the time being that is how it's going to remain. And I would assume that this would be because this is a problem which is actually inside of the patch that is currently installed on our version of Destiny, so until they can patch the game, there's not something they can actually do to change it. You know, if they could hotfix it really relatively quickly, then they would, you know, probably look to do that very soon. But a lot of people in my comments have been asking, you know, are they removing 3 of coins from the game? Is Xur not going to be selling them anymore? And I absolutely don't believe that to be the case. Since Bungie put this news out just a couple of hours ago, I have seen people saying, you know, is this Bungie's way of not telling us but actually trying to control the amount of 3 of coins which are being distributed in the game and maybe try and limit them without actually stating that this is a change that they're making, because, you know, a lot of players would be frustrated about that. I don't believe in this particular case that they're actually doing any of this intentionally. What it looks like to me is that when they actually changed the heavy ammo thing from the 3 heavy ammos for 1 strange coin to 3 strange coins for 10 or whatever it is, I think that they've left both heavy ammo options in that rotation, essentially, so, you know, we could end up with both heavy ammos being for sale or the 3 of coins instead being for sale. That would be my guess personally, but from the looks of things, it's going to be a little while until this problem gets resolved. Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments, but moving on, there are a couple of other things that they mention. So for players who never picked up Icebreaker in year 1 but have picked it up in year 3, there currently seems to be an issue where they're not receiving the Grimoire for that particular weapon, so that is something that they're working to fix. The 2 new exotic machine guns, Nova Mortis and Abaddon, have a stability or a recoil bug currently on the weapons, and this is actually a legacy bug, I believe, which applied to a few exotic machine guns in year 1. Essentially their stats were bugged, and it was actually something that they fixed on the Thunderlord machine gun, so the Thunderlord to this day is still okay, but these 2 particular weapons still carry that legacy bug, so Bungie also need to fix the stability or recoil stat on both of those weapons, and they're aware of this, so presumably they'll put this into the next patch as well. They're looking into fixes for bugged waypoints at Ikora Ray and some patrol missions in the Plaguelands which do not reliably drop the respective objective items. Presumably that's for quests or perhaps the quarantine missions and the Siva offerings. They haven't specified particularly which missions they are. Interestingly, there's also a bug which prevents players from activating their super while they're holding the Aegis relic in the new Nexus Strike on Venus when they're using the Memory of Felwinter, which of course does remove your super anyway, so presumably if you're using the relic in the Vault of Glass or a sword relic or something like that, it still works, but inside of the Nexus Strike it doesn't work if you're using Memory of Felwinter. There's also an issue where treasures of the Dawning that drop from Siva Crisis Heroic Strikes are not stacking with ones that you purchase from Eververse. I don't think it actually affects the drops or anything that you get out of them, but it's just a bug inside of the UI. And there's also a problem with some of the SRL Momentum armor from 2015 has not been unlocking in the Holiday Collection for players who've already unlocked the gear, so all of these things, as well as some other problems earlier on from update 2.5.0, are all being looked at. So anyway guys, that is a bit of an update, breakdown of a few things that Bungie have spoken to us about today. The 3 of coins is obviously the big one. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be pretty frustrated about that. Hopefully next week we'll get some 3 of coins dropped. If we do, absolutely make sure that you pick a bunch up if you don't want to have to go without for a while, because that seems like it could be a thing. But let me know what you think of this particular problem in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this little update video, then a like is always appreciated below, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe for a lot more Destiny content. And for now, thanks a lot for watching, and have an awesome day.